Right, I'm probably gonna watch the live stream of this, although I'm like a few minutes behind, so let's go.
People across nigh endless years.
Of Metaphor. We're really looking forward to what
grotesque as its people.
This would be like.
The tournament for the throne.
Ooh.
So, summing up, our first trial is to slay a monster.
Sounds like we've lost a few
interesting.
already too.
Really?
Oh my god. Music? Whoa. The combat's different?
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly.
Shulk? That sounded like him for a minute. Wait, I thought it'd be turn-based.
Fascinating.
This music is so good.
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray.
What?
This place, it isn't a utopia.
If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you.
I will not let you die in vain.
He'll be sent in all traitors to the gallows. Not
I've seen the you character look alike.
He doesn't find use for.
It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis's king.
This with the English cast, it feels so Xenoblade.
This outcome is beyond your meddling now.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream
Ish.
will do me no good.
Knowing all this, I shall claim the ideals you abandoned and finish it in your stead.
I guess he'll be evil. Oh, Persona music sounds. Mug. Damn, it looks so good.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsura Hashino, the director of this title. For those that may not know me, I've worked on titles such as Shin Megami Tensei 3, Persona 3,
Yeah, we all know.
and Persona 5 among others. Our program today is about Atlus's upcoming RPG, Metaphor, to share the latest information with you. The entire team is grateful for the positive feedback we've received since the announcement.
That's good.
But for some of you, perhaps this is the first time you're seeing Metaphor. We decided to challenge the fantasy genre, aiming to create a game we can call a culmination of our RPGs.
I see.
Our hope is that not only Atlus fans, but those who have never played our games, and RPG fans around the world will give this game a shot.
Xenoblade.
Introducing the gameplay experience of Metaphor.
Yes, that's what I've been interested in.
Playing the game.
It's so Persona Strikers a little
Please
bit.
check out. Before I start playing, let me introduce the premise of the story. In this game, you'll be forging bonds to support your claim for the throne. But it's the unique take on this that we hope puts a spin on the classic tale. In a kingdom thrown into chaos by the king's assassination, a royal magic is triggered that establishes an election.
Evil
This
Shulk up
magic
there.
allows any individual of any social status to become the next king by gaining the people's support, which sets a battle for the throne in motion. The protagonist gets involved.
Yeah, like
and the journey
that.
will take him around the world. It's a journey that I hope you enjoy, as it's unique to this game. You'll meet various allies of different tribes, rivals who stand by their own ideologies, and terrifying monsters called humans will stand in your way.
Damn,
The story is
really
filled with fateful
bad guys.
encounters like this. Above all else, a game offers a different experience than a movie or novel. So to prevent this from becoming just a vehicle for our tale, we've gone to great lengths to flesh out the experience into an exciting, fully fleshed game.
Whoa,
There's
it
lots
does
to be
look
excited about, so I hope you'll stay with us till the end.
looks so good.
Let's get started, shall we? The title's logo design is based on the concept of a city's main street.
Music
It conveys our
again.
hope that players will enjoy a journey through a world full of diverse tribes. If you don't mind, let's start at the beginning. What makes Metaphor different from other fantasy RPGs is the perspective of their world in which our world is their fantasy. After players enter their name, they must answer the questions. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? would you call it a powerless creation? The game questions the power of fantasy, a power we all possess. I hope the game helps you arrive to your own conclusion.
I wonder if it'd be like Xenoblade, like someone created this world and it was just a person.
What differentiates this from previous Atlas RPGs is that we've added a more dynamic sense of action. The turn-based battles are still central to the combat,
Okay.
but we've incorporated real-time attacking and dodging elements, as well as dashing around and analyzing to keep things exciting. At the
Still
beginning of the game,
turn-based.
the protagonist isn't strong yet, so the difficulty of the battles is intentionally pretty high in this area.
Ooh.
I might die if I risk fighting right now, so I'll explore cautiously during this segment. In this scene, our fairy companion casts a musical spell. The music you hear in-game is in the protagonist's head.
He can hear this?
Know him from the Persona series, but I've asked him not to be constrained by his trademark pop style.
Yeah.
To take on the challenge of creating a totally new sound to fit this game's world. We hope
Thus
you'll look
became
forward to hearing
beautiful
it.
music. Whoa!
This is a particularly large area in the game.
This is a lot different than just opera, it's like singing.
And how to deal with them. But I'll explain more about battles later. This is the first stop on our journey, the Royal Capital Grand Trad. The background art was designed by Koda Kazuma, a guest artist we're thrilled to
Yeah.
work with.
Whoa.
The dynamic architecture comes to life with a unique sense of realism in medieval painting like shaders. So I hope you enjoy taking it in.
I like the style.
The protagonist will ride around in this to travel the world. The
Quick
original
travel?
designs of these vehicles were created by Ikuto Yamashita. I'll get into the journey aspect in a little bit, so let's walk around the city a bit more. Using magic, you can ride around on your sword to get from one
What?
place to
It's
another
not a
quickly.
skateboard. It's a sword.
I
Okay.
wouldn't define this game as being open world.
Ain't it?
We took care to flesh out even the distant backgrounds so you can feel the unique atmosphere of every location.
I thought it'd be a little bit open worldy when it looked like.
The atmosphere changes a lot from the main street. This is where executions happen. That's not something you see very often in modern-day stories. You'll also note some people cowering in the streets, because this world has a prevalent gap between rich and poor.
Just like the
As
real
for our
world.
protagonist, he's a boy from an inferior tribe, abhorred by others. Despite
Aww.
his social standing, he's going to participate in the royal tournament.
Okay, it's still a good
Let's zoom out to the
lengthy
map of the
map.
entire kingdom. This is the royal capital where we are now. In this world, the areas between cities are dangerous areas referred to as wastelands, which makes travel difficult, unlike our world today. As the story progresses, your main hub moves from city to city.
Okay.
And with that, let's take a look at a new city. But through these acts of traveling and staying at new places, I hope you get a true sense of being on a journey, which
So,
is a difficult
more
thing
stuff
to
like
convey
this.
in modern-day stories. By
Oh.
incorporating a unique sense of daily life into traveling, we've made taking a trip feel as real as possible in this game.
Whoa, that's different.
You'll encounter all sorts of things on the road, so please look forward to how the story unfolds. Here you take requests to fight dangerous monsters.
Well, we do
These
need the
threats to
money.
city are called bounties. Visiting a new town and staying at a new inn, that's half the fun of traveling, isn't it? There's so much to do in these cities and towns that I can't cover it all, so stay tuned for further announcements.
Funny he's supposed to be inferior race, but what's he so looks so regal?
Let's hop
I damn, I take him seriously.
limit on the adventure. But metaphor revolves around the concept of dates and time.
What? There's a time limit?
For people today, travel often has a fixed itinerary, such as 3 days and 2 nights.
Gotta love that he.
So in
That
this game,
character.
we've captured the travel experience with
One
predetermined
day.
groups of activities and structure.
That's
But within
different.
that, what you do, where you go, is up to each player who can choose to do things differently. You're free to spend your time as you please. Here we have the list of quests I've accepted. You have a set time frame to complete the main story objective at each location you
Whoa.
visit. But these side quests play an important role in the story too. Some require fighting strong enemies. while others may offer rare equipment. The order in which you take on these quests will have a great impact on how difficult the battles feel. Imagine, for example, living in a camper with your travel companions. Cooking, conversing, camping, and more. We want you to have
Sorry,
a realistic
spending time
traveling
here?
experience, so we designed the game to reflect that.
So not just
Cook the ingredients you
teleporting
gather with your
there.
friends to make valuable items. But your allies will often visit you to spend time with them. There is also
That's
a collection
cool.
of books for you to read. I hope you're
Traveling
excited
in
to learn
luxury.
more about how they play into things. If you climb up the ladder
What?
to the deck, you can see it moving through this massive world.
Watch
You
it
can
in
even see
4K.
monsters soaring overhead.
Yeah,
The
it's
gauntlet
walking.
ladder has so much to do as you head to your next stop that it's impossible to tell you it all here. So please
That's a
stay
funny
tuned.
way of traveling.
The runner-
Can you like pet it?
This is the
Ooh,
entrance to a certain dungeon.
looks
Let's
nice.
check the main menu before we head in. Here we have features like items, skills, and equipment. You can see that the UI has always been one of our strong suits.
Yeah, it
something
looks
that
so
we were very particular about.
realistic. It's
You often
moving.
spend a lot of time navigating menus in RPGs, so we wanted to give players a beautiful interface to enjoy a stronger sense of immersion.
You always make peak interfaces unlike any other games. They got like so many art projects working throughout this. Oh, look at
Confronting their
that.
anxiety, the protagonists acquire these archetypes.
Looks
special
like a
power.
bit of
Think of them as
Robin Hood.
heroic figures everyone possesses. Their powers manifest in various forms throughout the game. Examples of some archetypes that show up early in the game include the Seeker, who is an all-rounder in battle, the Mage, who strikes weaknesses with offensive magic, and the Thief, who can plunder
Moodle.
resources. But the key point of the system here is that the character can undergo a transformation, taking on the appearance of various heroic figures and then use their skills to fight.
Looks like the same as that healer one.
Dungeon and take a look at what kind of combat is possible.
New skills?
As you can see, many enemies are glowing blue, which indicates a lower rank, in other words, weaker enemies. One of the things we kept in mind during development was our goal to make the game as fast-paced and exhilarating as possible. Tedious and slow-paced enemy encounters can ruin a game's rhythm,
True.
especially if you know you can win against weaker enemies. Now, you'll notice we have a large monster ahead.
Scorpion line.
More dangerous enemies give off a yellow glow.
Okay, not red.
If the analysis indicates they're formidable, you should approach cautiously, unlike before. Pressing the squad button will call your party members to your side, transitioning us smoothly into a turn-based battle portion before
Well, he
it
looks
is
scary.
designed to provide a tactical element with mechanics that can lead to both advantages and disadvantages.
What is this
Squad
piece
also
like
allows you
though?
to engage and enjoy tense tactical battles without
It's
even going
beautiful.
close, and use
French
a variety
kiss.
of
Mwah.
skills and strategic actions. So we encourage you to create your own unique and powerful
This
party.
feels Fire Emblem-y now. Damn it, it's over.
Just annihilated the enemies. As you can see, you can earn bonus rewards by defeating all enemies without taking any damage. We implemented this feature to provide a sense of accomplishment in party customization. So I suggest you try it out. It's a battle
That's
system with
so
two
nice.
aspects to enjoy, so we hope you have fun when the game comes out.
Why can't it come out like quicker now? I want in.
And side dungeons, which you can explore as part of quests. Both types will of course plunge you into battle.
Fish!
In terms of the number of dungeons to challenge, it's more than any previous title.
That's
of ours.
cursed.
Furthermore, the dungeon mechanics we've designed were created to avoid impacting the balance and pacing, reducing anything that may bore you. There's more to share about archetypes, but we'll save that for future announcements.
Damn you.
I'll just say for now that there's a significant number of them in the game.
Okay.
Furthermore, your other party members
I like how
can
there's an
also
egg with
pick any
legs.
type of archetype, giving you countless options in forming your party. Take a look. I'll show you on screen. Here's a party
Ooh,
consisting only of brawlers. Unique parties like this are fully possible, so we hope you get creative with it. Metaphor has been created with the goal of fusing the idea of a journey with interpersonal interactions. party growth, combat, and a taste of the storyline we've described today into a single game experience. So when the game releases, we hope you'll experience these aspects to the fullest.
It's like they combined everything, like tiny bits, into one thing, but different. I hope that was just the surface.
So much more we can't wait to share. Metaphor is a massive game filled with interesting and unique elements.
It felt like it was short, to be honest, the game.
I only touched on the beginning of the story.
Oh.
But the surprising twists and turns we're known for await you.
I'll expect more.
I hope you're looking forward to hearing more about the story and characters.
I wouldn't mind if it was short.
Truly special. In addition, starting in June, we're hoping to
I guess there is a lot if there's a lot of people there.
Around the world. The entire development team is working hard to get the game ready for release, so please stay tuned.
Oh.
I should also mention we're opening pre-orders today, so don't miss out.
Yay!
In addition to the standard edition, Metaphor is also available in a special physical collector's edition. This year marks 35 years since Atlas released its first game.
Oh, look at that. Every Persona and SMT. They just couldn't wait to do that. To see the shirts.
Very excited to get this game into your hands. So we
I see a catchies.
Before I sign off, I have a short video we prepared for those of you who stuck with us to the end.
Ooh, what is it?
Gauntlet Runner, which I spoke about earlier. Thank you very much for your time today.
I love it. Well, let's say I'll gang this first.
Hey there. Yep.
That looks cozy. Utility. Oh, that teeth thing. But it's just the more I watch it, this is a new game I'd love to just try, and yeah, it's living the hype. There's some stuff I love about Xenoblade and Persona, like combined in one, kind of, and most of the charm of the game and the stylized design, yeah, it's grabbing me so much. I just want to play this. I know I shouldn't compare them, but it's the games I'm used to at the time, and I know it's not exactly like both of those games, but it helps me to get familiar with a different game like this. So they said the hub worlds wasn't that big, yet the game is big. There must be so much more they've done already. I actually don't know how long was this in development for. I think we heard about it at least once, now I think about it. Yeah, and I know some people are worried about it having a re-release. I don't think it will happen with this game. I mean, yes, it's an Atlas exclusive, but many other people are working on this from other different games, which is wild. So from what it looks like, it's been development from 2016. You know how long that is? That's insane. They deserve a lot. I mean, 6-7-ish years? Yeah, from Google, it's saying that Studio Zero is handling it, and Atlas is publishing it. Not to be... I mean, that explains a lot how they're focusing on Persona games while this is being developed. Oh, so they did make other games. Oh, okay. So it's Catherine Fullbody they've done. But damn, how did they go from that from this though? What? I love the designs and music is peak too. Yeah, I need to get on it with the games I'm currently playing. But hey, so if there's any Xenoblade Persona enjoyers, this is definitely the game you should be eyeing on, because I am. And SMT, I can't wait.